guys scale like
First guy in the door is our bread baker. He comes in at 8 o'clock in the morning, unlocks the doors, turns the lights on, gets everything moving, and then starts mixing breads. My day typically starts at around 10, sometimes 9:30, where I come in, take a look at the covers, see where we are, see where the stations are. But I just start my day off with getting my knives in order. Then I take a look at the fish and then get into the fish. That typically starts with Nick, Janet, my sous chef, and I cutting down fish for whatever we need the day, and only for that day. The idea is to keep the fish as whole as possible until we need it. Let's get the energy up now. The kitchen brigade, the nighttime gets in at noon. They'll start getting set up, getting all their pots and pans and whatnot. It's a real run for the first 5.5 hours for these guys, in the hopes that they're set up on time and that then they'll have an easy service because of it. It's all prep, and it's feverish prep.
All right, he's a good one. Depending on the day of the week, everyone will arrive anywhere from 3:15 to 4:15 if they'd like to join us for a staff meal. Come in, figure out what their assignment is for the evening, what section they're going to be in. Along with that is a corresponding side work that they'll need to complete before we meet just before service.
Any questions, comments, concerns?
At 4 o'clock, we're starting to get stations set up, and then at 5 o'clock, we start to go into dish tasting that we do nightly, on the idea that we want to make sure that we're in the same spot that we were yesterday in regards to flavor and presentation and cooking.
Andrew, where are they?
Service begins real fast there at 5:30 with canapes and amuse start to go out, and followed by cold side, and then it hits the hot side line after that. Service is a little crazier than it usually is at most traditional setups in the kitchen. That typically there's a circadian range that all funnels into one pass, into one spot, where either lead line cooks or sous chefs are plating, and then the chef kind of stands there and watches everything. The kitchen layout, I have 5 or 6 different windows, and they're all at different spots in the kitchen. So, Nick and I spend pretty much the entire service running around, making sure that the food's coming out correct, and we plate probably, nearly all of the food ourselves. We have an expediter. She's kind of the halfway house between the service staff and the white jackets and the cooks. That's a little bit different than most kitchens, is that typically the chef is running the pass and the tickets. I find that takes me away from the food. I'm all over the place. I'm in the hot side, the cold side, plating and pastry, and I'm everywhere during service. And wherever I'm not, that's where Nick is. Once it's done, it's got to go. And it's really, really important that everybody is in unison there, because if it's not all coming up at the same time, it's going to get cold really quickly. We're pretty neurotic in regards to timing. There's not a lot of relief. I mean, we usually end up getting these 2 big pushes during service on the hotline and in the garde manger too, that right up to the last minute, it seems like we're really still pushing till 12:30 there. And then by that time, now there's the 3rd push to get broken down as quickly as possible, but also efficiently, and we're very, very picky about cleanliness in this kitchen, so it's another 2 hours worth of cleaning.